G'day guys, it's Jake here. Nothing in this video is financial advice. Please do your own research when it comes to investing. Alright, let's go. So the topic for this video, we're going over just some economic data that came out last night. So inflation numbers, PCE. Also look at the Bitcoin conference, what's being said there. Some news surrounding Bitcoin fundamentally. Also just look at Ethereum, ETFs, the Bitcoin search trends over time, and just looking at some charts as well to finish off this video. So first up, we have the PCE numbers, and we have core PCE. So month over month, we had consensus of 0.1%. Previously was 0.1, and we came in at 0.2, so higher than expected in June, which is not good. The Fed wanted to see. They want to cut rates. They want to see lowering month over month number. But nevertheless, we did see an increase there slightly above expectations. Personal incomes month over month. The consensus was 0.4%. We actually came in 0.2, which was previously was 0.4 as well. So we came in lower than expected, which is not good. So the incomes aren't quite growing at the rate of inflation. Compared to PCE there. Also have personal spending is down, which is met expectations of 0.3%, and it was previously 0.4 for the month of June. Another month-on-month number was the PCE on its own. So PCE month over month came in at 0.1. Consensus was 0.1. It was previously 0, so it's gone up. Same as core. Core and PCE have gone up. And for year-over-year numbers from last year, June last year, to now, 2.5% was in the reading, and the previously was 2.6. Consensus was 2.5, so it came in as expected. A little bit lower reading on the year-over-year numbers, but the month-to-month numbers had increased. So that's data there. We have a video I want to quickly play you from RFK Jr. talking about the US to buy 550 Bitcoin per day to build a reserve of 4 million Bitcoin if elected president. Well, the likelihood of him being elected president is very, very low. His polling is not quite there. So he didn't make it to the debate. So I doubt he'll become president. But maybe one day when he does run next 4 years, he does get in, which would be great. He plans on purchasing up to 450 Bitcoin per day to reach 4 million Bitcoin as a strategic reserve for the government. So let's play this video for you.
I will sign another executive order directing the U.S. Treasury to purchase 550 Bitcoin daily until the U.S. has built a reserve of at least 4 million Bitcoins. And a position of dominance that no other country will be able to usurp. Our nation holds approximately 19% of global gold reserves. This policy will give us about the same proportion of total Bitcoin. The cascading impact from these actions will eventually move Bitcoin to a valuation of hundreds of trillions of dollars.
The man himself has said that, the big statement, whether it comes true or not, it'd be 4 million Bitcoin is a big, big portion. There's 21 million Bitcoin available, total supply. So he takes 4 million for the government to hold on to. That's a fifth of all Bitcoin in existence. That's more than Satoshi has himself, the founder of Bitcoin. He has 1 million Bitcoin. So getting to 4 million Bitcoin, I don't think it's going to happen ever, but it's something to hype up the audience anyway, I say. It could happen one day, we don't know, but I doubt it. This is too optimistic. I did hear him speak in an interview after his speech, I believe, and the panel was asking him about his Bitcoin investments, and he said after the first conference last year that he went to, he put all his most of his wealth into Bitcoin. So he's all in. This guy, he's right into it. He's loving it. Centralized, sovereign, self-sovereign. You know, liberty. It's about freedom, about having your owning your own asset, having your own keys, access it. You're not having it on exchange, which they hold your Bitcoin. You hold it. You hold it yourself offline, and it's pretty much a fail safe against the economic system and the dollar, particularly. But yeah, very very interesting how he's right into it, and he's suggesting this is going to happen. So yeah, the Bitcoin conference is going from 25th to the 27th. So I believe it wraps up sometime tomorrow. I think it is for Australian time, and obviously their time as well. So yeah, quite big. To wait for this big guy here, Donald J. Trump, to start speaking and see what the price of Bitcoin does. But I don't know. I think it's bothering him to sell the news personally, but we'll have to wait and see there. We also have Michael Saylor uh, ups his Bitcoin price forecast to $13 million in a mega bullish keynote. Bitcoin 2024. Quite interesting, eh? You finance the house for Bitcoin, you buy Bitcoin. You flip all your assets to Bitcoin, and then you move to a cheap tax jurisdiction where you actually can avoid some taxes and invest an extra 50 grand in Bitcoin, says Saylor. What's the result? A net worth of some 214 million, according to Saylor, who recommends a similar strategy for corporations and nation states. And this guy, he holds a fair bit of Bitcoin. So he has quite additional 12,000 Bitcoin at 786 million. They now hold in total, as of 20th of June, well, this is going back a month ago, but now 226,000 Bitcoin, worth $8.33 billion. I think he's at 10 billion now. So yeah, he's a very, very large holder of Bitcoin. $10 billion worth of Bitcoin. Wow, imagine that. That's power. Smart man. This guy could be the richest man in the future. We'll have to wait and see. We've got another mega bullish guy, Scaramucci. He says that the Bitcoin market cap could surpass gold. Bitcoin is currently at 1.3 trillion, while the entire crypto market is roughly 2.4 trillion. So, and gold's above 10 trillion. So we've got a long way to go there. And yeah, that's what he says. According to Scaramucci, the current market capitalization of gold is between 15 and 16 trillion, so well above 10 trillion. A number of Bitcoin should be able to overtake in roughly a decade. A similar prediction was forecasted by Anthony Popolano in 2020, who likewise claimed that Bitcoin would flip gold in less than a decade. And then you got pension funds turn to Bitcoin. Companies are doing it too. Strategic Reserves, DeFi Technologies joined a growing list of companies adopting the Bitcoin treasury strategy. The firm announced that they purchased 110 Bitcoin in accordance with its fixed supply treasury plan, causing a surge in price of its stock following the announcement. So I think this guy's trying to get corporations on board, getting them to have a strategic reserve treasury as on their balance sheet as an investment. It's an alternative to what they're having, like the bonds and money market funds and other investments they may hold, and get them to get on the Bitcoin train. So yeah, quite bullish there. We have Elon Musk spoiling the party a little bit. His ex removes crypto emojis, leaving community puzzled. So if you go on Twitter and type in hashtag Bitcoin and you get the Bitcoin logo, that doesn't come up. He's got rid of it, which is quite odd. So this is what you'd see usually, and he's removed it from X, playing a joke on the community. It's not very funny, but because the conference is going on at the moment, he's one of those sort of guys who likes to play jokes from time to time and change things, and he's upset the crowd. It's not very good. I tried to put a tweet up and hashtag Bitcoin, and it didn't happen. So, yep, not good, Elon. People are going to start hating on him now, I think. Oh, God. anyway, it is what it is. You love him or hate him. I'm not really much of a fan of Elon Musk, what he's done to Twitter, and he's trying to monetize it, turn it into a super app. So really, it's not really social media. It's turning into more of a financial app. And the bullish thing is about that. You can say that if Bitcoin becomes more adopted, and he looks at that as a currency to use on X, uh, quite bullish for Bitcoin. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like the way things are running on Twitter at the moment. I call it Twitter. I don't call it X. He's definitely disrupted the crowd, especially the Bitcoin narrative. But yeah, I don't know. Not a fan of what he did there. Not very good. All right, we have ETFs launch in weak market and could pressure Bitcoin. So they came during the weak market and tempt investors to diversify, putting Bitcoin's price at risk. And as you can see, Bitcoin spot ETFs recorded net outflows of 78 million on July 23rd, the debut trading day for the spot Ether ETFs. The following 2 days have seen inflows of 44.5 million and 31.1 million, respectively. So we're getting inflows, not big inflows for ETH, but nevertheless, some inflows. I think the first day it traded, it got 100 and something million on its first day, Ethereum. So nowhere near Bitcoin. Bitcoin got 500 million. But yeah, it's not as big as Bitcoin, but it might catch up one day. We'll see how it goes, but it's definitely it's a you know time will tell whether people like the technology. It's definitely got more application than Bitcoin. It's got DeFi application, gaming, NFTs. You got a lot more usability. But now Bitcoin's starting to catch up with that. Bitcoin's got NFTs called ordinals, and then Bitcoin has its own layer twos on top of it. So it's got DeFi applications. So Bitcoin, anything built on top of Bitcoin, layer two networks, will catch up to ETH, I believe. And will it make it irrelevant? We have to wait and see. But yeah, I still think ETH's got that first mover advantage in that space. So it can't just rely on one network. We need to have multiple networks. And the layer twos on top of Ethereum do help with the adoption and the transaction speeds and the obviously cheap fees as well. So Ethereum is quite expensive to use. Yeah. But it has declined, giving 10% since July 18th. Okay, so it's gone down a little bit. Instead of price of ETH gone down since the ETF launches. So I did say it was buy the rumor, sell the news, and it sort of has happened. Has sold off after the ETF had launched. Didn't surprise me at all. Same thing happened with Bitcoin ETF launch. It shot up and then sold off aggressively, and then it shot back up again. Okay, so might see a dip buying opportunity here for Ethereum. See what the whales think. That yeah, and we can look at the Bitcoin search terms over time, and you can see past 5 years worldwide, we had spikes of 100 here, the mid-cycle top in 2019, and 2021. Obviously, we had some peaks here around the 60 to 70 level, around there and there, and it's just been going down. We had a recent spike in March around 49. We're trending down, so the retail interest is not there at the moment. You can go 2004 to present. I can show you that it's not really happening. It's very low. 24 back to these levels. August 2023 when there's no interest at all. But we are making higher lows. So we got a low there, higher low, higher low, higher low. So it's sort of trending up over time, but the highs aren't getting higher. Got a huge high here. It's, high there, which is less. That's Province 83, 70. 48, but will we see another 100 we did in 2017? Or, yeah, it's interesting to see that 2004 to present and the past year, Bitcoin has just done nothing. Absolutely no one cares. This conference has not sparked any more interest. When Donald Trump starts speaking, maybe you might see an uptick, but yeah, otherwise, very low interest. So the retail isn't here yet in the space. And you can see the heat map for the day. And, Bitcoin's up 2.5%. Outperforming everything else except for Sol, 5%, 5%, There are altcoins that do outperform Bitcoin, but yeah, Bitcoin is doing quite well. It's below 68,000. And so the other heat maps, other coins there. We also have the total crypto market cap and trend line. And over time, from 2010, you can see it follows this regression trend. And we touched the top of the band 2011. We touched it again in 2013, end of that year, which is the post-halving year. We had a touch in 2017, end of the year, 2018, so going to January. We didn't quite touch it here in 2021. But and along the bottom, we had that red line in between, which is sort of fair value level. Anything below that is a interesting, you can call it a good buying opportunity, or just for the whole market capitalization of the crypto industry. And we're sitting just below it at the moment. We're sitting at 2.2 roughly, 2.3, 2.3, yeah, 2.3. And the fair value is 2.8. So we're sitting below it. And up the top there is like 28 trillion. That's ridiculous, but I don't think we're getting up to there this cycle. I think 10 trillion is a realistic target to hit. 10 to 15 cycle top, but they're not this high. As you can see, 2021 didn't reach the high. Okay, we did previously. It was a smaller asset. It was more volatile. But with diminishing returns, this curve was really steep at the start, and then it goes like that, and it starts to flatten out. So it's getting less and less volatile, and the gains are going to be less and less and less as the space grows. Obviously, we altcoins popping up left, right, and center, and they'll be outperforming in the bull runs. But there's 20 more than 20,000 coins, so you expect that. But looking as a whole, it's quite good to see it sitting below fair value still, even at its nearing its all-time highs in price. Market capitalization at the top of the 2021 peak was around 2.8, it's at 2.3. So even though the Bitcoin price is nearing all-time highs, we're still fairly below the all-time highs in terms of market cap. So yeah, that's that chart there. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Just going over PCE numbers, core and standard, and personal income and spending. Also going over the Bitcoin conference. RFK Jr., I should say, is promised to back the United States government treasury with 4 million Bitcoin if he's elected president. Also going over just Bitcoin, price predictions and from Scaramucci and Saylor. Just looking at the search trends over time, seeing it's not quite where you expect it to be this time of the year, the halving year. And the retail is not interested at all in crypto and Bitcoin, unfortunately. And also looking at some other tools, the crypto heat map, seeing that we are seeing a bullish day for Bitcoin in the crypto market. And just looking at the regression of the total market cap, the whole space, seeing where we are in terms of value, and we're sitting below fair value. So if you enjoyed this video, please smash the like, comment your thoughts below, subscribe to stay updated, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.